Okay, my self-reflection part. Sorry, I think I've had a bit of a glitch there, but I'll film this separately now. Um, okay, the strategies used there were a cognitive restructuring. The reason I chose that was it seemed that Claire's problems seemed to stem from her initial views that she's a bit of a, an inadequate imposter, if you like. She's certainly her own harshest critic, and I feel that by learning to be kinder to herself and by reprogramming effectively that initial negative thought, restructuring her cognition, if you like, she can be as kind to herself as she is to others and ease some of her pain. So that was the rationale behind choosing that. Also did, I guess within that we did some semantic questioning to help her kind of understand, I think, to get to that point where she could see that some of her initial thoughts were the problem, or were a part of the problem. And also we did a thought diary too, and the reason there being that I think it'll give her and us some tangible examples to work with next time, so that we can really emphasise to Claire the effects that her initial thoughts are having on her feelings and her behaviours after that. So that's they're the techniques I did. What worked well and what didn't work well. I was quite realised that I needed to be more complimentary and encouraging of Claire at the work that she's done to date. So, a preparedness and her preparedness to work on her issues. So going back to the previous sessions, I probably should have started with a bit more positivity there. And in a similar vein, I probably also needed to be more complimentary and encouragement. She seemed to gain a little insight during the session today, and I think I probably needed to be a little more encouraging of her preparedness to accept that the message she received, the message about being tough on herself effectively, that that she was prepared to receive that. So I probably should have paused and reflected on where, I guess as a means of overcoming those problems, I probably needed to pause and reflect a little better on where the client was and where they were coming from. So Claire's coming from a point of feeling really negative about her feelings, and she's been I probably needed to compliment the work she's done thus far and kind of accepting roughly the notion that, her initial thoughts might be part of the issue that she's facing. What did I do well? I think I provided an okay bridge to her homework task. So sort of, in that, through the Socratic questioning, I think I helped her discover for herself the role that her thoughts were having in the whole process. I think I continued to build a rapport with her. I think there might be, all the encouraging sort of, body language things I think were there. And I reckon I explained the diary quite well. And I think maybe I explained the example of the two students and how, essentially the differences between their outcomes stemmed from that initial, how they processed their test results in the first place. So I think I explained those things quite well to someone that's, new to all of this. Okay, I understand that with the notes that I've written, I need to submit those, and it's not meant to be in a JPEG, so it can't be a photograph. So I guess I'll need to type those up and I'll submit those along with the two videos that I've now created. Thanks, bye.